Okay, look at the camera, Rayyan. Are you ready to read your lesson? Okay.
Lesson 1 of private conversation. Last week, I went to the theater. I had a very good seat. The play was very interesting. I did not enjoy it. A young man and a young woman were sitting behind me. They were talking loudly. I got very angry. I could not hear the actors. I turned round. I looked at the man and the woman angrily. They did not pay any attention. In the end, I could not hear it. I turned round again. I can't hear a word. I said angrily. It's none of your business. The young man said rudely. This is a private conversation.
Very good.
Lesson 2. Breakfast or lunch. It was Sunday. I never get up early on Sundays. I sometimes stay in bed until the lunchtime.
Until lunchtime.
Until lunchtime.
Don't be in hurry, ya.
Last Sunday, I got up very late. I looked out of the window. It was dark outside. What a day. I thought it's raining again.
Stop kalau berhenti. What a day.
What a day.
Stop dulu. Nggak usah buru-buru. Karena kenyamanannya harus didapat. Ya, lanjut.
What a day. I thought
Ya, gitu.
it's raining again.
Berhenti dulu.
Then
Ya.
the telephone rang.
Stop lagi.
It was my aunt Lucy.
Ya, kasih nikmati membaca. Jangan terburu-buru.
I
Lanjut.
just arrived by train.
Ya.
She said, I'm coming to see you, but I'm still having breakfast. I said, what are you doing? She asked. I'm having breakfast. I repeated.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. I repeated. Learn me. She said, do you always get up so late?
Late.
Late. It's 1 o'clock. Lesson 3. Please send me a card. Postcard. I was by my holidays. Last summer, I went to Italy. I visited museums and sat in public gardens. A friendly waiter taught me a few words of Italian. Then he lent me a book. I read a few lines.
I read a few lines.
But I did not understand a word.
Yeah.
Every day, I talked about postcards. My holidays passed quickly, but I did not send any cards to my friends.
Yeah.
On the last day, I made a big decision. I got up early and bought 37 cards. I spent the whole day in my room, but I did not write a single card.
Terus jangan buru-buru saja. Kalau udah buru-buru udah bagus. Oke? Tarik nafas gitu. Irama buat irama. Next.
Lesson 4. An exciting trip.
Ya.
I have just received a letter from my brother, Tim. He is in Australia. He has been there for 6 months. Tim is an engineer.
Is an engineer.
He is working for a big firm and he has already visited a great number of different places in Australia. He has just booked an Australian car and has gone to Alice Springs.
A small town
in the center of Australia.
Australia.
He will soon visit Darwin. From there, he will fly to Perth. My brother has never been abroad before, so he is finding this trip very exciting.
Okay.
Lesson 5. No wrong numbers. Mr. James Scott has a garage in Silbury, and now he has just bought another garage in Pinehurst. Pinehurst is only 5 miles from Silbury, but Mr. Scott cannot get a telephone for his new garage, so he has just bought 12 pigeons. Yesterday, a pigeon carried the first message from Pinehurst to Silbury. The bird covered the distance in 3 minutes. Up to now, Mr. Scott has sent a great many requests for spare parts and other urgent messages from one garage to the other. In this way, he has begun his own private telephone service.
Oke, udah bagus. Tinggal cara membuat irama ya. Coba belajar buat irama.
Lesson 6. Percy Button. I have just moved to a house in Bridge Street. Yesterday, a beggar knocked at my door.
Ya.
He asked me for a meal and a glass of beer. In return for this, the beggar stood on his head and sang songs. I gave him a meal. He ate the food and drank the beer. Then he put a piece of cheese in his pocket and went away.
Ya.
Later, a neighbor told me about him. Everybody knows him. His name is Percy Button. He calls at every house in the street once a month and always asks for a meal and a glass of beer.
Next one.
Lesson 7. Too late.
Too late.
Too late.
Late itu membiarkan, let me go, ya kan? Biarkan saya pergi. Ini late, terlambat ya.
The plane was late.
No, late. Too late. The plane was late.
The plane was late
Ah.
and detectives were waiting.
And detectives, ada S-nya situ?
And detectives were waiting at the airport all morning.
Ya.
They were expecting a valuable parcel of diamonds from South Africa. A few hours
Earlier,
someone had told the police that thieves would try to steal the diamonds. When the plane arrived,
when the plane arrived,
some of the detectives were waiting inside the main building while others were waiting on the airport. Two men took the parcel of the plane and carried it into the custom house, while two detectives were keeping guard at the door. Two others opened the parcel. To their surprise, the precious parcel was full of stone and sand. Lesson 8. The best and the worst. Joe Sanders has the most beautiful garden in our town. Nearly everybody enters for the nicest garden competition each year, but Joe wins every time. Gilbert's garden is larger than Joe. Bill works harder than Joe and grows more flowers and vegetables, but Joe's garden is more interesting. He has made net pets and has built a wooden bridge over a pool. I like gardens too, but I do not like hard work.
but I do not like hard work.
Every year I enter for the garden competition too, and I always win a little prize for the worst garden in the town.
In the town.
Lesson 9. The cold will come. On Wednesday evening, we went to the town hall. It was the last night of the year, and a large crowd of people had gathered under the town hall clock. It would strike 12 in 20 minutes. Time. 15 minutes passed, and then at 5.
Berhenti sejenak. And then at 5 to 12, gitu kan?
And then at 5 to 12, the clock stopped. The big minutes hand did not move. We waited and waited, but nothing happened.
Yeah.
Suddenly, someone shouted.
Someone shouted.
It's 2 minutes past 12. The clock has stopped.
Yeah.
I looked at my watch. It was true. The big clock refused to welcome the new year. At that moment, everybody began to laugh and sing.
Okay.
Lesson 10. Not for jazz. We have an old musical instrument. It is called clavichord. It was made in Germany. It was made in Germany in 1681. Our clavichord is kept in the living room.
Is kept in the living room. Nggak panjang di situ. Is kept in the living room.
It has belonged to our family for a long time. The instrument was bought by my grandfather many years ago. Recently, it was damaged by a visitor. She tried to play jazz on it. She struck the keys too hard and two of the strings were broken. My father was shocked. Now we are not allowed to touch it.
Allow it.
Allowed to touch it.
No. Now we are not allowed to touch it.
Now we're not allowed to touch it. It is being repaired by a friend of my father.
Thank you. Mau main ya? Nggak usah berangkat dulu.